Hi, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and I want to say thank you for joining us for what is going to be an exciting few minutes that we're going to be spending together talking about helping you do something that you love to do, and that's to get in front of a qualified prospect and have an opportunity to tell your story, solve their financial problems, and give them an opportunity to experience a better financial outcome in life as a result of having worked with you. One of the biggest challenges that I hear almost every single day in talking to producers across the United States is, how do I get in front of more qualified prospects? How can I do that on a favorable basis? And at the same time, how can I have the opportunity to turn my existing clients into individuals that can help me grow my practice, those raving fans or cheerleaders that have an opportunity to make those introductions of individuals just like them you can help? Well, today you're going to learn some very interesting strategies and tactics about client acquisition and having the opportunity to understand how to nurture those relationships and not only make a client one time, but to keep them coming back so that you can continue to solve a variety of their financial problems that they face. We're honored to have on the call with us today, FA Client Machine. Had an opportunity to meet Jill Addison. Oh, Jill, I guess it's been what, almost 2 years ago that we started doing some work together. And yeah, I've been really impressed with the work that they do and how they take many complex topics, many things that we may consider more sophisticated than strategies, and they bring it down into very plain English, very simple, understandable tools that they create to help you explain to your client what you do, how you uniquely do it, and most important of all, how what you do uniquely benefits the client to help alleviate a fear or an anxiety or to help them achieve a goal or objective. You're going to learn today how to really simplify concepts for your client. You're going to learn how to build a referral network, not only with your existing clients, but with centers of influence that you may come into contact with. And you're going to get some tactical tips on how to utilize LinkedIn in a way you may not be using it now to get in front of more client opportunities. And with that, I'm going to introduce Jill Addison, who has an opportunity to lead this incredible organization to kick our event off. Jill, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much, John. It's a pleasure to be with you all here today. Thanks for taking the time. Life has really changed for all of us in the last year and a half, and it's presented some unique challenges and opportunities for financial advisors and insurance producers. So that's what we're going to be talking about today, how to turn the challenges we've all faced in the last year and a half or so into new opportunities that will reshape your business for the 21st century. Now, we've all seen how the pandemic has served to accelerate trends that were already underway. One of the biggest trends that's shown about 10 years of growth in just the last year is the move toward all things online. And, this was already happening before the pandemic, of course. People were buying more online, connecting with others more online, having meetings online. But now all those things have jumped at light speed to become the new normal. And smart advisors are taking note and taking stock of these accelerated trends and shifting the way they do business to operate more smoothly in this new world that we're living in. And there are a number of tools you'll need for our new world. So I commend you for taking this time out to educate yourself and to get up to speed on what you'll need to grow your practice as we move into a new kind of future. What we're going to talk about today is especially important and relevant during times like this because it's all about how to connect with people online when you're not seeing them in person as much as you used to. A lot of advisors have relied on in-person meetings to generate referrals and new business connections in the past, but what about when it's harder to do that, like it has been in the last year and a half? This is a time when it's so important to have other ways to get new clients using the internet. The internet is one of the only things that has not been interrupted during this time. And it's one of the most valuable tools we have at our disposal to keep our businesses moving forward. Now, at the end of this webinar, we'll be posting a link in the chat box where you can download a free video we made just for you that you can share with your clients and prospects about how to look forward toward financial planning as we move out of the pandemic. So stay tuned for that. That's something we're going to just do for free for you. So let's get into the slides. And Cherie, if you can forward to the first slide, you've probably noticed that a tremendous shift has been happening in the financial services industry. It's been evolving over the last few years from being a very traditional, old-fashioned industry to becoming much more sophisticated with online tools and resources. And it's becoming painfully obvious to many advisors that new skills are necessary to connect with new and current clients in today's environment. Up until now, digital marketing might have seemed like a nice to have tool, but now it's a have to have tool. And that's why we're on this webinar today, to help you with that. So we're going to jump right in. Cherie, I'm going to hand it off to you so you can kind of walk us through this step by step. We're going to talk about 2 of the best ways that we have found to use the internet to grow your practice. So Cherie, take it away.
Thank you so much, everyone. I am thrilled to be here. I am our lead project manager, and I work very closely with our clients on all of the things I'm going to tell you about today. Well, so what am I going to tell you? We are going to lay out all of the details for what we believe are 2 of the most effective and strategic models advisors are using today to connect with their new ideal clients and referral partners on the internet. So these are 2 of the most effective online tools to help you reach and communicate with your ideal target. They are LinkedIn and online video. So first, let's take a look at LinkedIn, and we're going to talk about the step-by-step strategies to make it work for you. So first, why LinkedIn? LinkedIn offers scale. It allows you to leverage the largest professional networking site in the world. It has over 740 million users worldwide. And LinkedIn is also respected. It's the most respected business-focused social media site in the world. So when you use LinkedIn, you borrow from that respectability and professionalism that's attributed to that networking site. And those qualities are attributed to you. So LinkedIn enables you to get one step ahead of the game by being seen as a serious, respectable, professional business associate. LinkedIn is also very targeted. It allows you to target your ideal referral partner by specific criteria: job title, industry, geography, and really a lot more. And your choice of social media site depends on who you want to reach, since different sites allow for targeting different kinds of criteria. So for instance, if you wanted to target, say, business owners or executives in a certain industry or at a certain company, LinkedIn provides that type of very specific targeting better than the other options out there. LinkedIn is leveraged. You can reach a wider audience with every post on LinkedIn because your network is always expanding. This is another way that building your larger network on LinkedIn actually benefits you. Every time you post something on your profile, a much larger number of people will see it. As your network grows every day, every post you make will work harder and harder for you as more and more of your ideal targets see your content. LinkedIn offers trusts, mutual connections, the people that you're reaching out to who know someone you know. It creates this highly sought after friend of a friend trust factor. This is a really cool way behind the scenes that building your larger network on LinkedIn benefits you. When you have more connections, statistically, you'll end up being more likely to have more mutual connections with each person who visits your LinkedIn profile. So think about that. When prospective partners and clients vet you online, like they do, and they see you have mutual connections, that creates trust, that feeling like, okay, we run in the same circles. We know the same people. It makes sense for me to have a conversation with this person. And here's something key. LinkedIn lets you automate. At our company, we have personally used LinkedIn manually, laboriously, believe me, I've done this, sending out personal invitations one by one to slowly build our networks. And it did work for us to generate a lot of new business. But now we do it in a much faster, more automated way that produces the results much faster with a lot less work. We just watch as new messages pour into our LinkedIn inboxes from various people who are interested in having a conversation. So I'm going to show you exactly how we're doing that and how other financial advisors that we work with are doing that a little later in the webinar. But first, I want to show you some results of others who have been finding the same kind of success on LinkedIn that we have. So yesterday I connected on LinkedIn with a lawyer in my town, and he asked me out to lunch. Another hot prospect from a nearby city wanted to meet me for dinner. I am elated with the success of this LinkedIn outreach. It's already working for me way better than anything else I've used in a long time. That was one of our first clients, and he's found tremendous success. Here's another one. I feel like the team at FA Client Machine really understood what I'm trying to accomplish in my practice, and they really knew their stuff regarding marketing. The ability to target my exact ideal client, IT executives, through LinkedIn was just an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So let's talk about the nitty-gritty of how this actually works. How do we actually do this? So first, let's talk about targeting. LinkedIn has a feature you may already be familiar with called Sales Navigator. You can add it on for $80 a month right now within your own LinkedIn account. It's one of the premium features. And Sales Navigator is what provides really advanced search capabilities to create these highly targeted lists. So say you want to target CPAs as referral partners. You can search by geography and by mutual connections, or second degree connections is what it's called, and their job title of certified public accountant or accountant. And you'll see here, we've got over 1,500 results. So you can do a search for profiles with these job titles in your geographic area and generate a list of hundreds or thousands of professionals in your region who match. So now you've got the list, that's great. What do you do now? What's the best way to reach out to them? So here's where you have two choices. You can go through them manually, like we talked about, and contact each one by hand and manage those replies as they come in daily to your LinkedIn inbox. Or you can sign up for a service that will put that on steroids for you with an automated program. And that's how we're using LinkedIn to connect with our ideal targets. We create our lists through Sales Navigator, and then we use our software program to automate our outreach. So here's where we are now. So we send out about 125 invitations to connect each week, all to our ideal targets on LinkedIn. And this is what we do for our clients too. And what we find is about 25% of them will accept the invitation. After they accept the invitation to connect, we follow up with a short series of automated LinkedIn messages. And if they respond with interest, we then reach out and we set calls directly into your calendar for you. So this is generating a two-pronged result. You're building a larger network on LinkedIn, and you're also getting phone appointments put into your calendar with warm, interested prospects. So let's go over both of these types of results so you can see how that's done and why it matters. So to review one more time, we target that ideal referral partner or prospect using the advanced search feature on LinkedIn called Sales Navigator. And again, this is available for sale within your own LinkedIn account right now. So you can pay $80 a month to have access to all this advanced targeting yourself. You can utilize this functionality whether we work together or not. And next, we use our automated software to reach out to an average of 125 of your ideal targets on that list each week. So here's where you can see the dashboard. It's something we'll make available to you so you can see exactly what we're doing on your behalf each day. So you can see that we're averaging over a 25% connection rate in this example, but about 25% is what we typically see. So about 1 in 4 people that we send an invitation to will accept it and become one of your connections on LinkedIn. After they accept that invitation to connect, we send a short series of LinkedIn message follow-ups. So this is something we work very closely with our clients on. So there's a lot of things that are important about your messaging, but we need to sound natural. We want to start a conversation. We want to pique their interest, and we want to ask if we can speak further. So the initial connection request, hey, we know some of the same people. I'd like to stay connected. And then once someone accepts, thank you for connecting with me on LinkedIn. Sure would like to talk with you, et cetera, et cetera. And it's important to point out once someone responds, the automation stops and we monitor that directly. So I'll get to that a little more deeply in a second. But again, one of the great things about reaching out to referral partners this way is that this is how LinkedIn is meant to be used. We're networking, we're trying to collaborate with other professionals who can work with us. So your prospective referral partners are very receptive to chatting with you because they can see how working in partnership with you will help them provide better service and value to their clients, which benefits them. So that's an example of a series of messages that we would send out. And then here's an example of one of the conversations that was started this way that led to a phone call for our client. There at that top message is the automation. And then she replied, "Hey, Larry, thank you for your message. Video chat sounds good." So then we jump in and type a message from a human being and we close it up from there. So this is a direct connection strategy where we're reaching out to book that appointment into their calendar. And then later we complete this communication loop with you to find out what happened. So we do report what were the results of the calls we booked for you. Let's find out how the conversations went. And the other important thing is that all along, we're building a larger network for you to market to. So I want to show you an example of Jill's LinkedIn profile, which is amazing. You can see she's connected with 11,000 high value connections. So what this means is as your network grows on LinkedIn, thousands more people will be seeing the content every time you post on LinkedIn. And you'll also have more and more mutual connections with people who visit your profile. This is what's really key because this is how we create your lists. But at the end of the day, when a prospect sees the mutual connections that you have in common with them on your LinkedIn profile, that again is that critical step for them feeling like, hey, we run in the same circles. It makes sense for me to speak with this advisor. And it's truly replicating that feeling of a referral because you know the same people. So I want to show you an overview of our LinkedIn personal touch system. How it works, we create that targeted list of your referral partners using demographics, geography, job title, corporations, company size. It's amazing what's in there. We are exclusive. We only work with one firm per geographic region, per niche. So you're not going to encounter overlap with a competitor who's doing the exact same thing to the exact same connections. We provide personalized outreach. So those automatic invitations to connect are going out to those exact ideal targets that we've created out of Sales Navigator. Then we do the follow-up. We send those immediate messages on LinkedIn. We nurture that lead with 2 or 3 more messages, and we're monitoring your LinkedIn box so you don't have to. And when those prospective partners respond, we reply for you. And then we reach out to those very warm leads to set phone appointments or live meetings, whatever you want for you directly into your calendar. So ultimately, we're expanding your online network and it just grows exponentially. And at the same time, you're getting more mutual connections, which inspires trust. And that makes it easier to turn those visitors to your profile into meetings. So we also provide that portal so you can have up to the minute transparency and reporting on what's going on, who we're reaching out to. And then here's the pricing. So it's $14.97 per month plus your fee to Sales Navigator. There's a $500 setup fee and there's a 6-month minimum. So that's LinkedIn. Now I want to talk with you about the kind of content you should be putting in front of these new online connections. I know several times I mentioned every post you make. You know, you may or may not be active on LinkedIn right now, but we're going to show you things that are very high value pieces of information to post to your LinkedIn profile and other social media to help nurture these new relationships. And we believe the very best kind of content to do that with is video content. And here's why. When video and text are both available on the same page, 72% of consumers prefer video. It's just more enhanced learning. 82% of baby boomers and seniors are on YouTube. And 60% of people are on YouTube daily. The retention's incredible. Viewers retain 95% of a message after watching it in a video compared to just 10% when reading that same information in text form. 75% of boomers say they've taken some kind of action after watching videos on YouTube. And videos are very sticky. They're shared 1,200% more times than links and text combined. And 95% of consumers believe a video should be less than 2 minutes long, and I'm one of those people. So your video content will make all of your online communication so much more attention grabbing and effective. And so whether that's email newsletters, email blasts, your website, social media, there's just so many ways to use this kind of content. So I'm going to show you an example of a whiteboard video that we created. And this is just one of 106 videos in our turnkey video system. And each video that we have covers a different topic, basically one frequently asked question for financial advisors. And this particular one is about Social Security.
You may not have heard the audio on that. Normally you'll hear voiceover and there'll be music with it. I think using this webinar interface, maybe that wasn't available, but normally you'll see the visuals, you'll hear music underneath, and you'll also hear someone describing what's being talked about as you're hearing that writing.
Okay, thanks, Jill. I could hear it on my end. I wonder if it's because of the panelist.
Could be, yeah. I'll just chat everyone and see if they heard it or not. I'm curious.
Yeah, and we can also send that video out as well after the webinar. So here's why these videos, these whiteboard videos work so well. Let me get out of the screen here. Here we go. The first is dopamine. And when I want to explain, when people see these images being drawn in the whiteboard videos, at the moment that they actually realize what's being drawn, they experienced a burst of dopamine. Dopamine is the chemical in our brains associated with delight at something unexpected. And these videos actually make people happy. And really, all buying decisions are made emotionally first and justified later with logic. So when you put your prospective client in a happy state of mind, they're a lot more likely to take the next step toward becoming your client. Whiteboard videos are especially well suited for financial information. They help make complex concepts simple. And it's funny, when I first started working here, I watched our whole library and it made me realize how much I didn't know, but it was all in easily understood, digestible chunks. And so it's funny, it lowers people's defenses and it helps them feel more comfortable, because it can be intimidating talking with the financial advisors. So we've had clients that have told us that people have said, oh, I love these videos on your website. They made me feel so much more comfortable coming in. So these videos are disarming and they help people feel more comfortable. This kind of video also isn't a sales pitch. It's purely educational. And this is basically called content marketing, which means you're providing valuable content to attract your ideal clients to you. This is a great fit for advisors since you're really educators at heart. And this kind of content has the benefit of being shareable, whether that's through email and social media, and it's search engine friendly, which is great for your website. So I'm going to show you a few testimonials. I won't read them all word for word, but these are what some of our clients have had to say about their experience with our whiteboard videos. They find them professional, interesting, and really, it's a great way to get content, she's right, without costing a fortune and having to deal with creating it on your own. And our system is very simple and streamlined. We make it very easy for our clients to all of a sudden have this variety of videos to work with. So I think this is it on my end. I'm going to hand it back to Jill.
Okay, thank you so much, Cherie. That was great. So if all this has piqued your curiosity, we'd love to talk with you more about it. So if you'd like to learn more, please go ahead and schedule a call with us. I think John's going to put it in the chat right now to make it really easy for you to just click and schedule with Jeff. You'll see it right there to click here to book your 15-minute complimentary, no obligation digital marketing strategy session. So yeah, we'd love to talk with you about it. And also wanted to let you know that here in autumn, we are celebrating things somewhat getting back to normal with a couple specials. So we have a couple specials going on. Be sure and ask Jeff about that. If you sign up for our LinkedIn Personal Touch system, you can get 6 extra videos for free right now if you sign up by the end of the month. And then we also have a special going on with our turnkey video system. If you buy the annual package, you'll get 6 months free of our done for you upgrade, which is where we will make sure that your videos get distributed on your social media, your email, your website, and just help you really make the most of it. And we'll do that for free for 6 months. So you'll sign up for the video package, and then you'll get that added service of us just making sure that your videos get used in your online platforms. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. Just click on that link, schedule a quick call with Jeff. We'll answer all your questions, and really appreciate the time to just be with you this morning or this afternoon, I guess, for most of us, and help you learn more about how to really enhance your online presence and grow your business using the internet. So John, thank you so much for having us, and we'll turn it back to you.
Absolutely. Jill, Cherie, thank you for sharing this information with us. You know, a couple of observations I want to give as we wrap up. If we look at what's happened as a result of the pandemic that we've been going through here in the United States and around the world, one of the things we know as it relates to consumer buying behavior is that the psychology of how people buy has shifted. And so as we go back to what many of us think is going to be normal, it's going to be a new normal. And if we think we can just go back to the old way of doing business and everything's just going to go back to the way it was, I hate to tell you this, but you're sadly mistaken. Here's one of the things we do know is that people over the age of 55 have gravitated to the internet faster than any other age demographic. They're there being entertained. They were binge watching Netflix. They were hanging out with their kids and their grandkids online while schools were locked down. Nobody was going to work. This became the new normal for them. And this is where they learn to live life. They are meeting with other people online. They are learning online. They are buying online, and they are wanting to engage with individuals they do business with in an online setting in many cases. They've discovered that they can redeem more time during their day by not having to drive across town to meet with you in your office, and you've got an appointment running late and they're sitting in the waiting room waiting to see you and having to wait, or they're getting stuck in traffic, or you're trying to get to them and you get stuck in traffic. The ability to meet electronically has allowed you to be able to manage your time more effectively and be much more respectful of your client's time. The other thing it's done is it's opened up geographic boundaries that many of us didn't realize were there. And as long as you're licensed to do business in another state and you follow the rules, you can now utilize this resource to be able to expand your opportunity to reach more clients, the type of people you want to serve, not just in the state you live in, but in other states you're also licensed with. And if you're looking to connect with CPAs in one state, there's only X number. But if we can go to 2 or 3 states, now you've got X, Y, and Z, you've exponentially opened up your opportunity to expand your market. So I wanted to share that with you on the back end of this conversation, because there's a unique opportunity in what you've seen today to do a couple of things: to re-engage your existing clients, let them know what you do, why you do it, and how it benefits them. Again, reinforcing of why they bought from you in the first place, adding to that know you, like you, trust you factor. And now through the LinkedIn strategies that FA Client Machine brings to the table, it gives you the opportunity to automate the expansion of your business to get in front of the type of people that you want and prefer to have conversation with, because you know you can solve their financial problems. So let me encourage you, if you haven't already done so, to click on the link there in the screen to get a complimentary 15-minute digital marketing strategy call with Jeff or another member of Jill's team, and you're going to learn how they can help you grow your practice and gain more exposure. Now, one other thing we shared at the beginning, and I'm going to throw it in the chat right now, is Jill and her team also wanted to offer you guys a free video, and I'm going to put the link in there for that now. So let me encourage you to go ahead and click on these links and open them in your browser, because once we end this presentation, that chat's gone. So this is a free video. Jill, do you want to share what that video is about real quickly?
Sure. Actually, I could show it if you want.
Perfect. Yeah, before you share it, make sure you click play computer audio in the share. That way they'll have an opportunity to also hear the audio.
Yeah. Cherie, can you stop sharing your screen?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Thank you. All right. So I'm going to click share sound and then share this. All right. Here we go.
As we gradually return to normalcy after the global pandemic, it's time to ask yourself, what will my new normal look like? Certainly, the market landscape has changed. Some businesses have enjoyed record gains despite the pandemic, while others were forced to drastically cut back or close their doors. Your personal circumstances may also have changed due to the pandemic, and that has impacted your ability to plan for your financial future. You may have stopped contributing to your 401k to save money, or you may have been laid off from your job. Money might be tight, especially if you or your partner had to quit working to shoulder homeschooling or childcare responsibilities. Treasured family vacations may have been postponed due to health concerns or travel restrictions. But what's important to remember is, as your life circumstances change, your financial plan should too. Financial planning is a dynamic exercise designed to meet your needs no matter how or when your circumstances change. Now is a good time to touch base with your advisor to discuss your new normal financial plan and put yourself back on track to achieving your goals. Why not reach out to your advisor today?
Yeah, so that gives you a much better idea of what our videos actually, what the experience is with hearing the voiceover and hearing the music and seeing the visuals. So this again is a video that we made free for you. So you can just download it and use it however you'd like. You can send it out to clients or prospects or however you'd like to do that. Just click the link in your chat and then go up here on the right upper corner where there's this little down arrow. That's where you download the video. So there you go.
Perfect. Let me mention one other thing there as you're downloading that, and I'm doing the same here. Great video, Jill. Thank you.
Sure.
One of the things I like about what FA Client Machine has done is it takes your clients back to their childhood. The vast majority of boomers that many of you work with grew up watching cartoons. And there's something interesting in the psychology of dealing with the human psyche and showing a cartoon type drawing that takes them back to their childhood, which lowers their inhibitions, makes them lean in to pay attention to the message, which makes it that much more compelling. So that's a unique opportunity for you to be able to utilize all of the amazing videos that this organization has put together to help you grow your practice as well. I'm looking to see if we've got any questions here in the chat, and it doesn't appear that we do. So with that, I'm going to wrap up, and I want to say on behalf of all of us here at Vision Advisors, I want to say thank you to Jill and Cherie for taking some time to share with us again what they do. And I hope many of you on this call and those of you that will be watching the replay will reach out and learn more by scheduling time on Jeff's calendar to talk with them about how FA Client Machine can help you leverage your practice. And of course, if you've got questions about that or anything else that we can help you with here at Vision Advisors, you're welcome to reach out to us at visionadvisorsinc.com. Bottom of the homepage, you'll find a link to every one of our business consultants' email and a link to our calendar. And you can also give us a call at 1-800-505-8489. Again, 1-800-505-8489. Press 0 at the voice prompt, and you'll be immediately connected to one of our consultants. So thank you for joining us, and have a great day.